Hey, in this demo, I want to show you how you can use journeys to build a simple survey and immediately see the results based on location and other areas that you might be interested in viewing. So let's get into the demo that we prepared here. Now, to begin with, you have the Journeys platform. And the first thing that we're going to have happening in the platform is that people are going to fill out a form. And the form is going to look like something like this. Once they fill this form out, what's going to happen is that it's automatically going to get pushed to a database in a third-party system, and a dashboard will appear with all sorts of results from all the people that have filled this out. So if I just move forward here and show you how it actually works, we can send you these URLs as well so you can test it live on your own. We're going to start by filling out the form here. Okay, so we've filled out the form now. Once the form has been filled out, what you can see here in the Airtable document is that you can automatically see a dashboard with all the results that have come in. So the response that I just put in now takes a couple of seconds and then it will appear and the results will appear in this dashboard. And this dashboard is going to show us a couple of things. It's going to show us the eNPS score, so the Employee Net Promoter Score from all the responses that have come out. It's going to show us the total amount of responses of all time, today, this month. It's going to show us, based on certain locations, what the average satisfaction rating is by each and every one of those locations. And you can also see this dashboard that kind of breaks it down into more detail. If we look at an area like Manchester here, for example, how likely are you to recommend our company as a great place to work? And you're kind of going to see some of the responses there broken down by other areas. As you can see here, my response has already come in. Satisfaction rating of 7, likely to recommend the workplace, very positive. There's no severity here, 1 being green, 4 being something severe. And this is kind of interesting, like how does the system know what the severity rating is? Well, how are we able to put up all of these scores? Well, that's what we're going to look at next, and that's basically what's happening behind the hood. What happens between the moment that you fill out a form and then you see a dashboard with all the results like we can just see here. Well, to do that, we go into the system Journeys. Now, within Journeys here, you can see a workflow. And this workflow is basically starts with what's called an external form. So if you just go here to settings and you click the form itself, this is the form that I filled out, like all the details, the questions that were asked, etc. You can kind of preview how this would look like on mobile devices and others. And once people have filled this form out, then you're going to see the names of all the people that have filled out the forms. And if you click any of those, you're going to be able to see what the responses were when they filled it out and what happened in each action. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is just take a look at the configurations. So once the forms get filled out, the first thing in this particular workflow demo here is that it's going to check here. It's going to run this particular prompt here. It's basically saying, hey, you are an advanced AI tasked with performing sentiment analysis based on employee engagement survey responses. And it's giving it here the instructions to look at all the answers and all the responses and come to a conclusion if this is something that's positive, negative, neutral, or if it's not really sure. Once it finishes that, running that through the AI machine, it's going to do the next action in line, which is going over how severe something is. So it does another large instruction here, and it goes through the instruction sets and gives it a rating on a scale of 0 to 4. Now, 0 being the nothing to be worried about, while 4 being the something to be very, very worried about, or a critical alert here. Now, then you have these conditions. So basically, it's going to put all the results into this third-party system. In this particular demo, we're using Airtable as a dashboard, but this could be various other BI tools ranging from Tableau to Power BI and others that you might want to use. But that's what allows us to build those dashboards that we can share to see what's going on in Manchester and London, etc. And then it has what we call here a condition. So basically, if the severity is between 3 and 4, remember I'm on a scale of 0 to 4, 3 and 4 being critical, then it's going to send an email and let management know, or certain person or certain email know that somebody just filled something out and it's considered severe and something to kind of take a better look at. Now, a bunch of things can also be anonymized if people prefer that, but this is just showing you one example of how you can run a process like this to really get the heartbeat of the company really quickly.